I thought it'd be a good idea now that we've gone through all the different exercises for all the body parts to just practically demonstrate how we'll go through that training protocol for one exercise. So this is the exercise for the upper chest. So we'll start off, we're going to do two different methods. We're going to do the number one method, which is the fast twitch glycolytic, and then we'll also do the slow negative method as well. So we'll go through what is involved in each of the sets. So Charlotte's going to do a set with a quarter of the weight she's going to get up to for a working set, and this will be for a warm-up of 15 reps. So we do about 15 repetitions now. So she's controlling the weight downwards, stopping before it hits the stopper, so you keep the tension on, and pushing out fast on the outward movement. Breathing out on the way up and in on the way down. Pause, just a split second pause at the bottom, 15 repetitions. This is going to open up the capillary network to the muscle, so you're opening up the circulation to the muscle, but you're not fatiguing the muscle too much. Okay, it's about 15, so she's going to pause now, have 2 minutes rest now, before she does the next set. So imagine she's done 2 minutes and then we put 50% load on now. So if she's going to work up to 4 of these plates on each side, we're going to put 2 plates on now. And the next set will be 10 repetitions. So less repetitions, more weight, but still not fatiguing yourself. So now more blood's coming into the muscle, open up the circulation, giving the tendons a little bit more work as well. Resting 2 minutes again now. And then we'll put 3 plates on. So this is the third warm-up now. So she's just going to perform 6 reps with 3/4 of the weight she's going to use for her all-out maximum set. Okay, Charlotte, so same cadence again. Control on the way down, pause, drive out fast, slowly down, control. See how controlled she is there? Not bouncing at the bottom. So she's done 6 reps on that now. 2 minutes rest again. And now we're going to put the primer set, the primer weight on now. So that will be very close to the weight she's going to use, or even 100% of the weight she's going to use. So we'll do it 100%. So put 4 plates on. This has been a maximum weight for about 6 to 8 repetitions on this glycolytic training. So what she's going to do now is she's just going to do 1 or 2 repetitions to fire all the motor units up. So that's all the nerve muscle connections up as maximum as you can, but without over fatiguing the muscle. Okay. So I'm just going to do 1 repetition or 2 repetitions maximum.
No.
Yeah. That's it. Control it now. Okay, that's the primer set. So 1 or 2 repetitions. Fires everything up. She now has at least 2 minutes rest now. And the reason for this is to reabsorb the lactate and also to recharge the phosphagen system, which I'm going to speak about. And it's also mentioned in the book as well. So Charlotte's had at least 2 minutes rest now after that primer set. So everything's charged up. She's still got the motor memory there, so she's ready now to do the all-out set. So she's going to use 4 plates, which is a maximum weight, for about 6 to 8 reps. So we're going to go for about 6 to 8 reps. If we need to force rep her and just touch her, if she's failing on the 7th or 8th, we'll do that. So I'm going to start now, okay?
1, 2,
2, yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, all yours. 4, Come on. 5, all yours. 6, it's all yours. 2 force reps now. Drive, come on, push, 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 push. 1 more. Control. Drive, come on, drive, 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 drive. Control, yeah. Okay. It's a working set. Okay, this technique is called fascial release. Very often when the fascia, which we've spoken about before as the covering over the muscle, gets damaged during training, through repetitive strain, it can become adhesed to the muscle. It can cause hot spots, these trigger points also in the muscle, and it can cause a shrinkage around the muscle, which can cause ischemia or a loss of circulation to the muscle. You can also get a shutdown of the SNS, remember the sympathetic nervous system we spoke about, part of the automatic nervous system that helps to supply circulation to the muscle. So really we want to open all these channels up again. So one way of doing that is working on the soft tissues that can be tight. Very often the back muscles can get very tight. The fascia that covers the back muscles gets tight, so we're going to work on that now and just demonstrate a little technique. Just use a little bit of lubrication, not too much, just to stop giving the patient a Chinese burn. And if you're working on the back extensors, we're using 1 thumb as an anchor point, and then we're stretching the fascia through there. So I'm going to use vertical pressure and then a transitional pressure as well. And this is a very slow stretching technique which stretches the fascia and opens the circulation back up to the muscle. I'm going to do it on both sides. So anchor down, push down with the other thumb, and then stretch through the fascia. Normally do it for about 30 seconds, like a 30-second hold, to give you enough time to stretch and release. And you can follow this up with some stretching exercises for these muscles. So this muscle on the back of the shoulder blade is used extensively in controlling the shoulder and scapular movements. Very often it can get tight as well. And we do a technique called active release, which is like an American technique for releasing the fascia. So you're actually performing movement whilst you're applying pressure to the fascia on the outer layer of the muscle. So we apply the pressure there, and we pull through, and the muscle will stretch slowly. You can feel it stretching, and then we rotate. Because this muscle is a rotator, we rotate in the opposite direction. We usually use about 3 passes, so you're taking about 30 seconds to pull right through. So anchoring down and pulling through. This helps to release that fascia in that muscle. So this muscle on the back of the shoulder blade is used extensively in controlling the shoulder and scapular movements. Very often it can get tight as well. And we do a technique called active release, which is like an American technique for releasing the fascia. So you're actually performing movement whilst you're applying pressure to the fascia on the outer layer of the muscle. So we apply the pressure there, and we pull through, and the muscle will stretch slowly. You can feel it stretching, and then we rotate. Because this muscle is a rotator, we rotate in the opposite direction. We usually use about 3 passes, so you're taking about 30 seconds to pull right through. So anchoring down and pulling through. This helps to release that fascia in that muscle. Okay. Another area that gets tight with bodybuilders or athletes in general is this expansion around the knee. So we've got the muscle coming down here, and we've got tendons and ligaments coming round as well, which manifests around here, that can get really tight. The covering around them is extensive as well. This can get tight in a D's, so we're going to release that now. This again is an active release technique for what I call a medial expansion of the knee. So we apply pressure through the thumb, anchor down, and then pull the knee through. Sustain pressure. And again we'll do 3 passes.